You know, when people go into war, they should know that wars have a nasty tendency to have outcomes that were not expected, to have failed to take into account one or another resource on either side. And therefore, one of the reasons you don't have a war, besides all of the obvious political, moral, physical costs, is the uncertainty. And it is a terrible mistake not to give to uncertainty the respect it ought to have. And nothing illustrates that better than what we see now. You know, the Russians are a much larger country than Ukrainians, so there's an obvious advantage in manpower that the Russians bring to such a conflict. That should have slowed people down, but nowadays, when we spy on one another with satellites and so on, to misunderstand that the Russians have more missiles and have more drone capability, and even if they didn't have it in February of 2022, they have the capacity to enlarge their production, and that's well known or should have been well known.